Well, it's going to have to be speed. That's what I've been talking about today. Like Google are obsessed with speed, users are obsessed by speed. Speed is a direct correlation, has a direct correlation with conversion, user experience, all the good things. Make it faster. And I think until now, many businesses have settled for, is it fast enough? And are we faster than our competitors? I think users are getting pickier, technology is getting better, the platforms that they hang out on like Facebook and Twitter get faster, their expectations of what good looks like gets higher. So make your site, your app, your experience better, faster, sleeker. By accident. I was bored one weekend, I remember it really well. I was 13 years old and I taught myself HTML and I just fell in love. And I started building little websites that grew into bigger websites. I was a bedroom web developer for many years, just building stuff for butchers, bakers, local businesses. But I became obsessed with making it better. And I didn't really know what that meant, but I tweak this tag, change the order of these, should I have a title or an alt, and how does that all work? And I think I found that I was doing technical SEO before I knew that's what it was. And then I fell into agency world and was in the right place at the right time, learned a lot from people around me, and yeah, it's gone from there. So by accident, I think is the short answer. I think the web is very broken, and that's frustrating. I think that on one hand we have a blank canvas that allows people and businesses to create beautiful, innovative, world-changing things. And then on the other hand, everybody's website is slow and we all spend our time fixing 4 pages, and the web development community is 2 steps behind and things break faster than they fix. I think we have the tools and the toys, but not necessarily the maturity and the experience to use them well enough yet. So I want to go faster. I want to get to a place where we really learn to take advantage of all this incredible technology we have, but at the moment it feels like we're a little bit stuck trying to pedal above water and stop our things from breaking. There is an answer, and I'm not sure it's a great one, which is Google's vision for what AMP might become, and that's hugely contentious, and I'm aware that it's riddled with politics. I'm not sure it's a great solution, but it feels like maybe some constraints around what people can and can't do in the development on the web and how things work. And that's one way. The other is a big part of what I'm doing in my day job is just trying to make the architecture and the tools better. So let's give people websites and technologies and tools where they don't have to think about all the technical detail and worry about search engines, where it's just baked in and it works. And that's a huge part of what we're doing with WordPress and SEO. Just an average shopkeeper or website owner shouldn't have to think about meta tags and schema. It's so abstract. We want to be able to solve that for them and just let them get on with doing the good things they do. I think the big thing they're missing out is differentiation, right? They're just selling the same kind of stuff at the same kind of prices, and I think the world's changed. And you look at, in the next few years, we have the proliferation of driverless cars and 3D printers and drone deliveries. You can't compete on price, you can't compete on location, you can't compete on same-day delivery. And in a lot of cases, many e-commerce retailers have built businesses based on those USPs. They're 5% cheaper because they're a little bit closer, or suddenly all of those advantages go away, and what they really need is a brand story and a reason why people should shop with them and not their competitors. And if people are waiting too late to react to that, and they're going to fail, I think. Oh, sorry, I talk about this. It's about to go live, so it doesn't really count. I'll talk about it anyway. We're about to ship up a feature that I've been working on for months and months now, which is we want to automatically take care of schema markup at scale in a way that nobody ever has before. So like what I was saying about websites being a bit broken, one of the things that they often get wrong, whether it's SEOs or developers or anything, is structured data. Like JSON LD and schema where you can say, this is a page that features this product, these attributes and these prices in a structured way. It's really hard to do that well at scale. I think we've cracked it. So the stuff we're launching in the next week or two will just automate all of that in a way that's beautiful and efficient and huge, and it will pave a foundation for doing new and exciting things on the web. Well, it's going to have to be speed. That's what I've been talking about today. Like Google are obsessed with speed, users are obsessed by speed. Speed is a direct correlation, has a direct correlation with conversion, user experience, all the good things. Make it faster. And I think until now, many businesses have settled for, is it fast enough? And are we faster than our competitors? I think users are getting pickier, technology is getting better, the platforms that they hang out on like Facebook and Twitter get faster, their expectations of what good looks like gets higher. So make your site, your app, your experience better, faster, sleeker. Take advantage of best practices, it's well defined now. Go read everything written on the Google Web Fundamentals documentation, starting from this is how to build a good website right through to advanced font optimization. Follow every step on there and win the market. I think retention is a hugely overlooked area. I think there's many challenges with modern capitalism, especially in the digital economy, and the biggest of which I think is that everything is channel centric and everything is tied to month-on-month performance, and that kind of thinking makes it really hard to care about anything other than acquisition. And acquisition by channel within any cost. And every business is fighting to reacquire the same lost consumers from other places. And if just one of them was brave enough to say, we understand the value of consumer loyalty, we understand the value of storytelling, and that people do have preferences when they shop and make purchase decisions, that if they just stepped away from how many people have we forced through our funnel this week on this channel, a little bit braver, they might see that they win. Yeah, it's increasingly, all those decisions are based on what's the MVP, what's the least we have to do to achieve these goals. And that won't work anymore from a SEO perspective. You have to aim for how do we be the best, whether it's the best web page, or the best content, or the best proposition, or service. That's got to be the baseline. And it's not enough to go, we'll tweak 2 things and test it if we see it, we'll see if it works. You've got to go, how do we resource and deploy the best thing for this need for this user on the web today, and anything less than that won't achieve anything. But if you do it right, you absolutely blow the competition away. So I think there's definitely a trick to understanding the difference between a good SEO and a bad SEO. Like a lot of people hire somebody who promises them the moon and gives them a list of tactics. Yeah. There's 2 places where that goes wrong. One is understanding best practice is easy. Anybody can learn SEO. The fundamentals aren't that complicated. The complicated bit is putting it in context of a specific business. Like it's not enough to work through a checklist of best practice. You've got to understand where the effort versus reward is. So you need somebody who can think about the business challenges and find the right intersection and create a strategy. Yeah. The other challenge is a good SEO understands the relationship between SEO and other channels. It's not a thing that exists in isolation. You can't do good SEO if your content is crap, or if your customer service isn't good, or if your product is too expensive, or if you don't understand your marketplace, etc., etc. You need somebody who can see through the eyes of the consumer and understand all the moving parts of that business and all the touch points of that consumer, and really rally other people to work with them. It's not a one-man show. You need your customer service people to help you with FAQ content. You need your product people to understand the market. It's all joined up. You need somebody who can create that bridge. I'm really excited for a world where we no longer need to be writing ad copy and matching supply and demand. Like, it feels like that's the necessary tedious bit, right? Like people need things and they're willing to pay a certain amount. Brands have things and they're willing to ship that for a certain amount. All of that feels just like a commodity process that should go away. And as that does, we get freed up to think more about brand storytelling and market fit and expansionism, different relationships and joining things up. Yeah, I think anything that removes manual effort of connecting things to things people want and they need feels like a good thing.